To you live on YouTube and Facebook. Prophecy in the Spotlight, Facebook and Spotlight, YouTube. All right, it's this is Sunday night. Got some exciting news for you tonight. On this Sunday night, October 26th. October's almost gone. October 26th, and this is 2025. And I've got several items of news for you tonight. The time, 8:37 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's cold and raining here down below Owensboro, Kentucky, and prepping hopefully to leave in a few days, heading northeast towards Maine. And any maniac on tonight? And going to try to get away and spend a little time up there, down East Maine, and hoping to speak at a church or two. I've got a church possibly in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, on my way back through, I think, and haven't finalized that yet, but we're working on that. And so, all right, just giving this a second for some folks to get on. And couple items of importance for you tonight. And I'm going to hopefully get on the next few days with some more live streams for you. Okay. All right. I have something. If everybody's here and everybody's ready, folks are getting on. And let me make sure you hit the subscribe button on YouTube and the like button on Facebook here if you haven't already. Share these, hit the like buttons and subscribe buttons, all that good stuff. Okay. All right. I have in my hand something many of you have been waiting for. Here it is. I know it's probably backwards on your screen, but that says Genesis. Genesis, the book of beginnings. Evangelist Dan Goodwin. This is what we call in the book writing world, authorship world, a proof copy. And here it is, 160 pages, I think. It's just about, but it's almost done. This is a proof copy. I took it to the studio Friday and Saturday, the last couple of days. We did a couple of TV shows on the book, and I have a few corrections and changes, some additions to make to the book. And within a couple of days, this will be printing. Okay, on we'll be printing the book, and so within a week or so, I should have cases of books here. We'll see. Okay, this one's been a while coming. Great cover, by the way. Love the cover, and so um, got an opportunity for you here. My wife has put it on the website. It is now available for pre-order. Two ways you can get it. And now, if you pre-order the book, your book will be the first one shipped. I will ship all the pre-orders before I deal with any other orders that I get. And okay, so pre-orders. There's two ways to get the book. Go to the website. You can go to either website. My bookstore is godsfinaljubilee.com. And then click on the bookstore and you'll find them. Or just go to prophecyinthespotlight.com, where you usually go, many of you, and you'll see the book there staring at you. And there's two options. You can hit the 5 book deal for $50, free shipping. That's less than $10 a book with the shipping, free shipping. So that's going to be like half price. Remember, Christmas is what, 8 weeks away, something like that. Can you believe it? These would be great Christmas gifts. By the way, it's spiral bound, just like the Daniel Study Guide. Open it up, lace flat on your desk. Yeah, awesome. So um, 5 books for $50. You'll be able to keep one, give one to your pastor, and use the rest for Christmas presents. right? What a great thing to get for Christmas, something that will help you eternally. Yeah. All right. The other way to get the book is there is a two-book order for $25, free shipping. And that's a good deal too, because you're going to pay $20 for one book once the pre-order's over. 20 bucks and free shipping. So you'll be paying 15, $16 a book. Um, and plus the shipping. So that's what it's going to cost. So it's still a great deal. Um, Goodness, it's a really good deal. So what we want is a bunch of you to order this thing so that I have 100 or 200 or 300 books to ship when them things get here. And as soon as they get here, I'll end the pre-order and I'll put the regular books at the regular price up there, and then you who have pre-ordered will get your book first. Okay. Let me share a few things out of the book here. Okay. So you can go to the website and get five for $50 free shipping. You can get two for $25 free shipping. Both good deals. The five-book deal is out of this world. Okay. I'd like to ship 200 or 300 books is what I'd like to do as soon as they get here. So um, do that, would you? All right. So in the book, this here's the preface. In the following pages, Evangelist Dan Goodwin separates the book of Genesis into two parts. Number one, chapters 1 through 11, is the beginning of all things. By the way, that's like 100 pages of the book. That's two-thirds of the book, chapter 1 through 11. Most of what I'm sharing in here is those first 11 chapters, the beginning of all things. Part two is the beginning of the Jewish nation, chapter 12 through chapter 50. Okay. And chapter 12 starts with a man named Abram, who will later become Abraham. Then a family, Isaac, Jacob, and Joseph, which becomes a people and then a nation. The author of the book is Moses, who wrote the first five books of Genesis of the Old Testament. And an interesting thought to ponder, but I'll skip that. You can read that when you get your book. It's an interesting thought that I give you about how Moses got the book of Genesis. He wasn't here for Genesis. How did he know what to write? I got something very interesting I'll share, but I share in that. Let's see. Let's go to part one here. Here's part one. We're on page 8, I think. Here's part one. And the first thing introduced in Genesis is in verse 1 is this: time. Time. In the beginning, God, time, beginning. The beginning of what? Beginning of our universe here, inside of time and space. And okay, God created the universe where we dwell inside of time and space. Let's look at time and see if we can get a basic understanding of it. I believe it will help you with some biblical events later on in the Bible if you'll understand what time is. How come God knows the beginning from the end? Because he's outside of time and he's God. But yeah, so I got some stuff here about that. Um, Second thing we see in the beginning, God. So the second thing introduced is God Himself in the very first verse of your Bible, Genesis 1 1. In the beginning, God. Now, I learned something here. I did a search for the word God throughout the Bible. I think it's over 3,000 times, almost 4,000 times, something like that. 200 of those are in the book of Genesis. But here's what I found. Chapter 1, the word God, the name God, is mentioned 32 times in that first chapter. Did you know that that's more than any other chapter in the Bible? Genesis 1. You think God's trying to tell us something? He tells at the end from the beginning, what's God telling us? It's all about God. It's about God. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's about God. In the beginning, God. The next thing we see is the creation. In the beginning, God created. So that's my third thing that I share. And we're still in the first verse. Creation. And I showed the difference between creation and evolution, the fact that evolution is a lie. God created everything out of nothing. So fourth, the gap theory is refuted in verse 1 and 2. So that's the fourth thing. Then the fifth thing I have is something from Doc. I'm going to have a paragraph in there from Doc and something very interesting that he shares about time in verse 1 there. And well, later on, you're going to see this thing called division. Who's the first? Who's the author of division? Who's the first to divide? God. God divided. Yeah, division's not a bad thing. God wants a difference in good and evil, in light and darkness. And so just a few things there. And all right, let's see. We got anybody commented in here? No, okay. Well, that's good. That's interesting. All right, we got several folks watching tonight. All right, how many of you are going to go get the book? Get it ordered right away. Minnesota's here. Get this thing ordered. I would highly suggest you order 5 of these for $50 free shipping. And goodness, it's going to cost me $10 to ship them. Party mail. You're getting 5 books for $8 a piece. What you getting? That's a steal. And but by the way, it will help me if a bunch of yous will get these things ordered, so that when they get here, I've already got a whole bunch of books to ship and already a bunch of sales, and that will help with the funding of the printing of the book. And by the way, these cost a little more because they're spiral bound. There's more work involved with these. All right, so do me a favor if you can order 5 for $50. I hope you can. And if you can't, at least order the 2 for 25. They're right on the Prophecy in the Spotlight front page. So go to Prophecy Spotlight, you'll see them. Click on the deal that you want and get them paid for. And within a week, these should be in the mail. Okay. Depending on how busy she is printing. But usually she gets to my stuff pretty good. And as soon as I send her the new file, she'll get these printed. And I should have this within a couple days. I should have this. I do have a little more proofreading to have somebody do, um, but quite a bit of that's already done. So, but still a little bit of proofreading that I have to have done that will take a little time, and got to move some stuff around, add something, take something out, that kind of stuff. Mostly in the second part of the book. Okay. 150, 60 pages, something like that. Not sure yet how many pages it'll actually be when I get done messing with it. And going to be very helpful. Very helpful. The beginnings of our Bible are very important. Very important. Okay. All right. Minnesota's here. And I'm going to let Facebook go. So you guys are on Facebook, and there'll be a lot of people that'll watch this later tonight and tomorrow. So Facebook oftentimes gets 1,000 hits within a few days. And so get them orders coming. Go to that website. Go hit that pre-order button on the 5 book deal or the 2 book deal. Get yours locked in. Okay. And then we'll get these out to you promptly, just as soon as they get. Hopefully, I'll have your label already printed when the books get here. Okay, and all I gotta do is put your books into the envelope and take them away, right? Okay, so a lot of you has been waiting on this, and I've this has really been a burden for me getting this written. Not because it's huge, it just there were times that I don't know, just couldn't get it going, and other times too much was coming to me. It was just, but it came together. like they always do. Came together, and all of a sudden it was I knew where I was headed with it, and I like it. Doc and I did some shows on it. He likes it. And okay. Um, all right. I'm gonna cut Facebook out, and then YouTube. I think we're done for tonight. It's Sunday night. I know a lot of you are in church now or have been to church, or it's late, and we will check back at a later date. And until next time, keep your eyes on them skies.